Hello my friends. I'm making this video wait I'm making this video because I just came back from Vipassana. It was my 5th Vipassana. So 4 Vipassanas I sat as a participant or a student, and the last one I did serve. And what's the intention of this video is to share my maybe insights, the state that I'm feeling right now, which I feel divine. I know it's not gonna last forever, that's why I want to capture it and share it. Share good merits. I need to. And to share my experience as a server, because I was very scared, my ego was very scared to serve for 10 days. It felt like I'm not going to survive. It felt like it's overwhelming and it's absolutely unbearable. And I want to share how it actually was. So it's my new channel. My previous channel, I was trying, like, I'm Aquarius, and I was really rebelling against the Instagram or YouTube norms and rules and algorithms. So I'm originally from Ukraine, south of Ukraine. So I would share in both languages, and then both algorithms wouldn't really show me because I am like confusing them. That's my moon in Gemini too. Confusing myself, confusing people. So I decided to follow the rules, at least those, because I want just more people to see me and to see, like, to hear the insights. And I'm still not making those videos perfect. It's just I came from a restaurant, I bought this beautiful kimono, and I'm feeling amazing and I want to share it. That's it. My intention is like just more people to do Vipassana or any style of meditation. I live in Miami. Fast jump. I teach Kundalini yoga for the last 7 years, here and there. And I also facilitate Lila game workshops. And right now, what topic is showing up is personal growth and relationships. So if you're interested, ask me questions and just reach out. I'm very easygoing. I don't have any followers yet, nobody, so I'll be happy to interact because I like to be of support. So I want to say this, every Vipassana is different, and whenever you decide to go as a participant for 10 days, you need that. Your soul is ready for some new transition, because normally when we live our daily life, we are constantly directing our attention to the outside world, to people around us, to either family, friends, work, like anything like grabs and steals your attention. At Vipassana, the technique works this way that you actually like observe your body step by step. Might sound boring, but it's not boring. It's like very entertaining actually. And when you give so much energy to your body, like a lot, like, because our body has all the secrets, it has all the wisdom that you came here to learn, to remember, to memorize, to remember, but it also holds all the drama, traumas, upsets, insecurities, limiting beliefs. It has everything. So when we start observing it, and the mind is so divinely smart and intelligent, like, it shows you in front of your face exactly what you can handle. That's why, like one layer after another layer after another layer. And I'm gonna tell you, there is a lot of layers. Like, I met this girl yesterday and she's like, Olena, I just want to be like you because I want to be healthy, I want to do this, but like my progress feels so slow and so stagnant. I'm like, how do you spend your life? And she said, I work, and she's very successful in her work. But I'm like, how much time do you spend on self-work or self-growth? She said, not that much. She gained weight, she's like, not dating. And then I'm like, that's already the answer. I spend 50% of the time on myself and 50% time on the outside world. Sometimes I spend more on myself because I want to jump up faster. And what I told her, and I want to tell you, is actually the initial progress might feel very stagnant and slow, and it feels like it's one step forward, two step back. But it's only like the mind feels like it's so good idea to start writing like the journal of changes or journal of your achievements towards your health or towards your well-being, because then you like, or even like your simple achievements in the world, because then you see yourself like you actually progressing, and then the brain doesn't trick you that you're not. Why the brain tricks us? Because we are just designed for some reason to have like negative mind being more predominant than positive. It's again childhood, the way we were raised, and then we just memorize it, and we just guilt trip ourselves. It's like a very long story. I talk about this when I facilitate Lila game workshops, because I have all the time in the world and it's my space, and I don't want to bore you with it now. So if you're curious, ask me a question and sign up for a game. I facilitate it online and in person in Miami for now, but I don't know, everything is changing now where I'm going to be, but I'm always online. Aquarius likes social media and virtual space, so I'm present. And where I was, second time I went to Vipassana, I came to solve my like life or like relationship problems. Third time I came to work on, so every Vipassana I would go to, I would like first 3 Vipassanas solve my life problems, because I started like seeing so many like things that like rise up, and like the brain would find solutions right away. So I would actually not follow the rule not to write, so I would come home and write, or to my room, to my dorm, or how Goyenka G says headquarters or something, dorms, whatever, like something fancy. Well, it's not, but it is, because you have all the time to yourself. And only 4th Vipassana showed me, like I finally grasped the idea of equanimity and anicca, that I really don't have to interact and I don't with my thoughts, and I don't have to find answers. And when I finally surrendered my super active strong mind, I did my meditation as I was designed to do, so paying attention to my body, paying attention to the body, and then the answers would come automatically when I would, for instance, like walk from the dorm to the kitchen, or from the dorm to the forest, and I'm like, oh, just like psh, like spark. And I was not writing them down still, because I was following the technique. The technique is very smartly designed. And then when I was still like not writing, but my brain was like feeling like I'm not effective. And then when I was on the airplane, I wrote some few things, but they were like profound, short, tangible, and doable, instead of writing paragraphs and never even reading it. So actually people think that doing any type of meditation retreats or yoga is like a waste of time. It's like we become like wolves, not here. But actually my brain becomes way sharper, not right after you come back to the real world, because you need like integration, but after you become super detailed, organized, and very strong on the path where you're going. By the way, I stopped doing like after first Vipassana, I felt like on day 7 like I was on mushrooms or ayahuasca, and I have nothing against the stuff. It's a perfect bridge from 3D world to 4D, 5D, but you just don't want to get stuck on those substances, because it can be very addictive, highly addictive, because of this beautiful state. And it's like you just drink it or eat mushrooms and you're like, wow, great, I'm like, that's amazing. But it's actually, because everything has a price, so it has certain price. I don't want to talk about it now, but you know what I mean. There is no free cheese, right? But on Vipassana, I felt like naturally like this, like I was high, and I'm like, what? So I stopped doing all psychedelics, everything, even though I didn't do much, but I certainly enjoyed it, because it opened the doors to new realms and to my path, actually, of yogi, of conscious relationships, events that I did, and it was beautiful. Changed my habits, stopped going out, got divorced with the person who also loved to go out. So it was a lot of good shifts, but I highly suggest to become natural as fast as possible, because this is like natural is lasting, natural is longer, natural is it's actually very selfish in a good way, like selfish to be natural, and it's very unselfish to give your power away and do drugs or psychedelics or drink alcohol. But again, you have to, feel yourself what's actually working for you now, because I remember sometimes I would be very, very depressed, and well, not depressed, but just like very confused, and I could not even meditate, so I would go to those substances. So there is only compassion, only understanding in this realm. And but Vipassana actually gives you the key to a lot of things. And every soul here came to discover your own wisdom, and not everybody will be ready to. So like you can't expect that if person went to Vipassana, he's like got the same results as you did. Absolutely not. Whatever person came here to learn and ready at this time. So you started realizing all of that, and you start like seeing the laws of nature, how you become more patient because you understand that nature has its own timing. God has his own timing. God has a different plan for you. When my friends are asking me like, Olena, why you're selling your apartments? Why you're selling your car? What's your plan? I'm like, no plan. Let me sell my place first. Selling a place might take a long time. So why would I plan? Why would I waste my energy? And it's like not like those people are not bad that they're asking. It's like just the way our brain thinks. What's next? What's the plan? Let's create a plan so I feel safer. But actually relying on God or higher power or anything you're going to rely on, anything you believe, actually gives you freedom to at least not worry about day after tomorrow. Okay, you can worry about tomorrow if like you're still there. But day after tomorrow, you can be like, okay, I can rely on God. I can rely on my higher self. I can rely on my friends. Actually, like new thing like came in my realm. Like somebody said that friends are here to help us. And I was like, wait, what? I thought friends are here for going out, having fun, relaxing. But actually, friends are designed to help one another. So if you have no place to live, you can actually call your friend and say, hey, can I stay at your place? I can figure it out. And this is okay. So not only have fun with friends, but actually be like uncomfortable, but be asking for your friends. And actually when they do service, their soul grows too. So that's why it's good to ask for support. What else? So service in the kitchen. So like I told you, my last Vipassana, I stopped where it was like last Vipassana. I finally did the practice, beautiful, but it took me 4 Vipassanas to get there. 3 Vipassanas, the 4th one was it. And now I'm ready to go to Satipatthana. I just signed up for Satipatthana and I'm going in a week. I know it's super fast, but I just feel like, yes, let's go, let's do it. I feel it. So serving, I want to be short. I don't want this to be long. So serving is like, and my intention was like about relationships, and I didn't even think that I'm going to have relationships in the kitchen. But actually when you're locked in the desert, we did our service in, maybe I should not say where. In America, it's like so strict. You're locked with people on the kitchen who are servers like you. So if you want or not, even though you're meditating 3 hours a day, you will have some type of, like, you have to establish relationship with them. So it was my inner desire actually to do that. And there was very, like, I don't want to share personal stuff because some people can watch this that I did it with. But for me, internally, I definitely had the experience, like, of my life about masculine, like, relationship with men, relationship with women, whoa. Sometimes it was unbearable, but you still have to go to serve, so you have to bear it and like overcome your ego tendencies to like avoid and hide and not talk. You still sometimes like have to fake it till you make it. And on last, maybe a day before last, I finally came to that like unconditional love to people, to like masculine and feminine. And of course I had better relationship with males than females, but like there was this, I was crying last day, metta day. I used to actually be very like I felt the metta day, the love day was like BS, like was like not for me, because I felt it's like so superficial. But I became so sensitive to the vibrations of the voice, of Goenkaji voice, that when I heard him saying, may you all be happy, and I'm wishing you like happiness and peace, I felt so much love coming from him. And I felt so much love that he built all those centers with, and love of his intention, because all the centers are free, donation based, and they still survive all over the world. I felt his mission, and this mission is so beautiful that I started crying. I cried all day, and when I came home, I cried for one more day. It was like purging on my heart, purging, like natural. So that's the thing. You see, the mind likes to control. So when you go to a psychedelic ceremony, you know that no matter how bad you feel, you will feel it for like 6-8 hours bad, then you're gonna feel good again. When you naturally grow, you can like, life becomes unexpected. You don't know like which day you're gonna feel sad, which day you're gonna feel happy. It's unpredictable, and everything is like impermanent still. So if I know now, like I wake up and I'm like, I want to cry, I don't want to leave my bed, I'm like, okay, I allow myself to be that. I allow. And I stop judging myself, and I'm like, but I know it's anicca, it's gonna change no matter what, either today or tomorrow or in the months. I give myself all the time, but it will change. And that's my message. Everything that you experience right now, you feel like deeply in love, so much love, you know it's gonna change. And one day, you don't know how you're gonna feel about that person, or about your kids, or about yourself, because everything is changing. So cannot really control anything. And that's why like I like the blend of my faith, and I really believe in God and Jesus Christ. I love him so much, and I see how Vipassana, Buddhism, Buddha, they like blend so well together. And yoga, Hinduism, like Sikhism, like it's all like little like pieces make it like very beautiful lifestyle. And I know they say you can't blend it, but I think we live in the new age, new vibrations, so some people can mix those things. Oh, my camera changes its shift. So it's my new YouTube channel. I have some old videos on my old account, but because I was confusing YouTube, it's like in Russian and in English. If you're curious to hear about my different experience about previous Vipassanas, which I'm not sure what I was talking about, it was in the moment, I can share the link, let me know. Also, if you're curious about Lila Game, reach out. Also, probably I'm gonna open some Kundalini yoga club online, so you can find that. My Instagram is dear Olena, dear_Olena_. What else? Message. Okay, one message for you. If you don't have anything in your life right now, something you're craving so much, know that that's very impermanent. That God has the power to create all the miracles that you can't even imagine. So stop making plans Start writing down your desires and pray and ask God. Go to church, go to prayer, go to meditation, and ask God, God, show me how I can get this, but in the best way. Show me miracles, God. And trust me, you'll see that. The more faith we have, the higher, and faith and gratitude for what we already have. And I'm such an ungrateful person. I always want more. This is the Ukrainian blood. I always want more. But then I sit down there miserable because I'm like, nothing works out in my life. I live in this like crappy apartment. I want to sell it. I want to sell my car. I deserve a better car. I deserve a better apartment. Why? Why in the universe I live in this like apartment, in this terrible building? And then it's like, no, girl, you created this, and be grateful for this. You have place to sleep, and you have the car to drive, and you can pay for your life. You have the means. You got it. You have the food to eat for tomorrow, and you have the money in the bank for the next months, 2, 3, and maybe 6 months, and maybe 1 year if I move to India or Thailand. So guys, there's always option. You can always survive. Yeah, and if anything, you can always get the credits in the bank and move to Thailand and figure your life out. Meditate, and it will come to you. Yeah, you can do like 3 Vipassanas in a row. You're gonna get enlightened, it's like a bread and butter of enlightenment, for sure. Undoubtedly. Yeah, you have all the keys. Vipassana is free. Sell everything, go. Okay, I didn't do this advice. I think it's illegal in America again, but you know what I mean. If you're stuck, you don't know what's going on, reach out. So we'll find the answer, honestly, because I'm the bridge between unknown and known. Sat now. I love you all.